For those of you who were gifted a Steam Deck for Christmas or Hanukkah this year, you might have turned it on and sat there like, alright, now what the fuck do I do? It might seem like a daunting task to get it up and running so you could start playing Balatro and ignore your family, but honestly, it's really easy, and your old pal Jerry is here to help you get going with what you should do first with your brand new Steam Deck. Before you even turn on your new device, you should already have a Steam account, and if you don't, then what are you waiting for? Go download it and sign up. Once you're good with your Steam account, make sure to download all the games you want to play on your new Steam Deck. When you go to the page for these games, there will be an icon indicating if that game is Steam Deck compatible or not, or if it's gonna have some issues but will still run okay. Remember, the Steam Deck cannot play online multiplayer games like Call of Duty or Destiny 2 due to its anti-cheat software, so you can just forget about getting your hopes up playing Nuketown on the toilet bowl. I'm so sorry for your loss. When you turn on your device and log in with your Steam account, the next thing you should do is check for updates. You could find this in the settings menu. Valve provides fantastic support for the Steam Deck, pushing updates constantly to the device. It's a great idea to check for these weekly as it can fix bugs or help with battery life. Now that your Steam account is set up, you can start downloading your games, but make sure your cloud saves are turned on for both your PC and Steam Deck so your saved games will be ready to go and you don't lose your place in Stardew Valley and have to start all over again clearing out that field. God, I'm just so mad at my dead grandpa for giving me this land. Also, you shouldn't just download every Steam game you have because it will eat up a lot of storage space. But regardless of the storage size you got for your device, you should really think about getting yourself a micro SD card. You'll be able to use it for extra storage in case you got the 64 gig, which is what I got. And whether you got the 64 gig or the 256 or even the 512 gig, you can update the internal SSD to a 1 terabyte drive thing, which usually is on sale for like around 70 bucks. I have yet to actually upgrade my storage on my Steam Deck because I am cheap and lazy and mostly play games that are like 25 years old and take up no space. And when it comes to those 25-year-old games, the Steam Deck is basically the best handheld device for emulation. So after you have all your Steam games downloaded, you should get yourself EmuDeck. EmuDeck is very easy to set up, but since I have to animate this video, I don't have the time to explain it step by step. So I provided a link to Retro Game Corp's guide in the description below on how to do it. I watched his video when I set up EmuDeck on my device and ran into no issues, which was great considering how annoying it was to get the Asus ROG Ally set up. The micro SD card will come in handy here for storing all your ROMs on it, so it won't eat up your actual internal storage. One tip I want to note is if you are going to dock your Steam Deck to your TV and are planning on using a wireless controller, make sure you set them up in the back end of the emulators before you jump into playing anything. You will save yourself a headache when you don't have to figure out why the Wind Waker for GameCube isn't responding with your Xbox controller, and you won't have to try and call your good friend of 20 years who never answers his phone. Thanks a lot, Bob. When you do set up EmuDeck, you'll have to do it through the device's Linux desktop mode. If you're getting old like me and don't want to use the Steam Deck's touchpads, you can also use a mouse and keyboard on it. Make sure you get yourself like a little dongle thing to hook these things up to. It'll make your life that much easier. You can also set up other things on your new Steam Deck like Xbox Game Pass or even Google Chrome or Netflix. I don't use either of these, so I can't speak on them, but there are tons of videos on Xbox Game Pass for the Steam Deck. I'm sure we'll go into full detail for you. I constantly say the Steam Deck is for someone who wants an easy to use console-like experience. It truly is the greatest gaming handheld device right now in the market. If you want a more in-depth setup guide, again, I provided links to Retro Game Corp's videos on getting started with your new device. He has multiple videos on the Steam Deck, so any questions you may have along the way, I can pretty much guarantee he will have an answer for. Unlike your friend Bob, who you've known since you were 13, and he won't answer the phone. I mean, God forbid, I just want to get lunch. Alright, well that's gonna do it for my last video of 2024. Thank you to everybody who's been subscribing since June. I really appreciate it. I'm almost at 4,000 subs, so don't forget to subscribe. If you want to follow me on social media, I've got all that in the description below, as well as an affiliate link to Play Vital if you are looking to doll up your Steam Deck with any kinds of skins or button swaps. Alright, goodbye.